Denise, guess what?
What's Abby?
We got chismes.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to a new episode of We Got Cisme. As usual, I'm Denise and this is Sabicito! Ooh, 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 ooh. So, for us it's Friday, but for you guys it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, people. What?
Sure, it's Wednesday. So we are a step closer to Friday. Amen to that.
Yeah. I'm just saying we are recording. This is why the energy that we have right now, because we're like, yay, it's Friday. It's amazing. What?
FYI, that's just her. Okay.
Oh, you don't have energy today?
But anyhow, otherwise I wouldn't been drinking this. So
That's pure sugar, my guy. You're gonna even
exactly.
worse. After that, you're gonna crash.
I just need to do this, and after that I can crash. So don't worry about it.
Okay, fine. So yay, exciting. We had a long weekend. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. And we are going to start with the stories today. So the stories today are the name of the podcast. Well, not the podcast, the name of the episode that I came with. It's creepy, weird, and slightly concerning. So it's gonna be some stories that when I was reading them, I was like, what? This has to be a joke. Oh my god, that's concerning kind of vibes. So you're gonna see. So story number one, starting mild, but a little bit weird. Comes from the subreddit. Oh yeah, we also have a lot of updates, Abby. I know last time you were like, what? No update?
Okay.
So this one comes from the subreddit, best of Redditor updates. And the title is, am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend that his masculinity was fragile after he refused to buy me pads? Yeah.
Bats?
It's a pads, like hygiene woman products, like the pads that you put on.
Oh, pats. Got you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought you said bags. I'm like bats.
No, pads with a P.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Sorry about
I always confuse those to B and D and P and T. They're so annoying.
I mean, you used to Sprado. You should know that.
My excuse always is, I'm a ESL student. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Back to the story, okay.
Back to the story. I am talking about the woman hygiene products. P as a Peter, A, D as a David, S, pads, in case you're still confused. It says, the original post was posted on May 23rd, 2020. It says, okay, throw away because my boyfriend knows my other account. I, 23 female, moving with my boyfriend, 24 male, of 2 years, a couple of months ago. We have not had any problems before this argument. Things had been going pretty well. Anyways, a couple of days ago, I got my period. It came early, and I had run out of pads. I could not leave to buy some because I bleed pretty heavily, and I would have bled through my pants. So I asked my boyfriend if he could go and buy some for me to the drugstore because it was late. He immediately said no. I was shocked because I was not really expecting that. I asked him why. He said that he did not want the cashier to see him buying those. At this point, I started laughing because that was hilarious. He was not joking though. He just glared at me. I told him that the cashier will obviously know it was not for him. Plus, the cashier will definitely not care what he was buying. He still refused. I told him that he could go to the self-checkout machine if he was so insecure. But he said that he did not want anyone to see him buying the pads because they think he was trans. like a
What?
transgender. Yeah. I told him that he was
Okay.
childish and that his masculinity was really fragile if he could not even buy pads for his own girlfriend. He got mad and went out. I had to bunch up toilet paper as a makeshift pad, wear black pants and a long cardigan, and go buy the pads myself. My boyfriend has been ignoring me ever since. I've been thinking that maybe I push it too far. So am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend that his masculinity was fragile after he refused to buy pads for me?
No, you're fine.
That man is
But
cuckoo.
maybe he grew up in a house that was very chista, I would say.
Machista?
Uh-huh. So sorry, my earpieces are weird. This is supposed to be the left one, but it fits on the right one. So I think they mislabeled the ear, like the sign on the ear sets.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that he grew up in a house where, with a lot of machismo, because it doesn't make no sense. Like, first of all, my boy, like, whether you're trans or not, I don't think you will have a period.
I
Well,
mean, you would. If you're like a woman, what?
of course, if you have the surgery, no, but that's another story for another day. Um, yeah. So there is
What?
yes. So unfortunately nowadays, they can, with the manage of their hormone, they can. It's a lot of things that they're doing nowadays with bodies and how they can react towards certain stuff. So, but again, one, this guy could be doing this out of ignorance. Two, he can doing this because he is, like she say, like very fragile. Like, think people might think something else about him, but at the end of the day, it's like, come on, dude. Like, really?
Yeah.
It's you living with this person because you allegedly are in love with her and care for her. So when she asks you this minor little thing and you cannot comply, then what can she expect when she's pregnant?
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. So if you cannot even comply with something like so simple to go and buy a pad, what can she expect from you when she's pregnant? That she will need more help from you than anybody else. So you already letting her know, like, I'm the husband material.
No, yeah, exactly. So the top comment says, "Not the asshole. If he is man enough to buy condoms, he should be man enough to buy other genital related products. He's more concerned what random cashier number 34 is thinking about him
Mm-hmm.
than he is about doing something for you as a boyfriend. I wonder why he is so insecure about random strangers possibly thinking he might be trans. That is quite a leap in a thought process. Did he have that happen before?" And then Opie says, "No, this was really shocking to me. I had never asked him to buy pads for me before because we never lived together, but I honestly didn't think he would react like this. I also did not know he was transphobic, so that did not quite sit well with me." And
It's
then,
a lot of discovering in that evening.
yeah, there is exactly. So there is a lot of comments, and Opie like is commenting to those, and she's saying like she was pretty shocked. Like he was shocked because her dad used to buy pads for her when she lived at home. So you don't expect a boyfriend to be like, "Oh yeah, no." But anyway,
Yeah.
we can jump to the update. What do you think is gonna happen?
Uh, could be two things. Once he gets home and says like, this is over. Or two, she confront him when he comes home and then uh he leave again and this is all.
This is over. Okay,
So let's see. I'm just
let's
saying
see.
because a person who refused to buy something so little like path and then just go off because his feeling were hurt for a comment. It's like absurd, but
It
proceed.
is. So, update May 24, 2020, next day. First off, thank you for all your awards, replies, and stories. They all mean so much to me. I confronted my boyfriend an hour ago. We sat down
Mhm.
together and I told him that I did not like how he acted about buying pads for me. He said that he did not feel like he had to, and that I could have held it in quotes, and drove to the drugstore to get the pads myself. I told him that you cannot hold in menstrual blood, but he insisted that I could have done it for a few minutes and that it will not be a big deal. We went back and forth over this, so I just dropped it. I asked him, like most of you mentioned, what would happen when we have kids? And he had to take care of me and buy me nipple cream, take me to the washroom, etc. He said that I will not need those things because I should be able to do them on my own after giving birth. He
Yeah.
said that there was nothing hard about using the bathroom, and the only reason I need help is if I was a cripple. Then I asked him about the trans comment. He said that he did not understand why people will want to change the gender they were born in. That basically cemented everything for me. I felt completely betrayed and humiliated. I cannot believe I spent 2 years of my life with a guy who holds these views. And I cannot believe I was too oblivious to it. I just feel so dumb. I told him that we need to break up. He cussed at me and told me that I was exaggerating and that I was being a bitch. I told him that I would send him a half of this month's rent because we live together, but it was his apartment, so we will split the bill. Then I packed my bags and drove to my parents' house without saying another word. I am going to be staying at my parents until I sort myself out. I am feeling really down right now because I really did love him, but I also feel relief. Again, thank you all for helping me out and sending me encouraging messages. I appreciate it all.
Call you.
So the guy was cuckoo, crazy, completely crazy. A really bad partner, by the way.
Horrible, I would say.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel bad for the woman that ends up marrying this man.
But at least this one opened the eye saying flu.
Oh yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
how can you be with someone for 2 years and not know the kind of person they are? I mean, I'm guessing this is why it's so important to live with someone before you get married, because imagine if this happened and she was already married and then she had to spend so much money on the divorce. Gosh. I'm so glad you're safe, girl. And this was 2020, so I hope you're with someone much better now. Or living
Somebody
your
had
life. Who knows?
either works better than him.
Either way works. You're safe. You're safe.
People business.
Okay, let's move on to story number 2. Story number 2 also comes from the subreddit Best of Redditor updates. But this story is very long, so I'm not going to read comments. Okay? So the title is For months, I was confused why I kept finding long hairs in my house. Then I saw my
Really?
neighbor coming out of my house. Okay, yeah, this one was posted May 6, 2026. I am a man in my 20s that lives alone on the very top floor of an apartment block. I have had short hair for the last 10 years of my life. The longest hair on my head is maybe an inch long, if that even. However, across my house, I keep finding long hairs on the floor, like long brunette hairs, at least 5 to 6 inches, sometimes longer. And they will be everywhere: bathroom floor, in my shower, in the cupboard, in my kitchen, and all clothes, living room floor, and sofa, etc., etc. So I've been single since November, and I clean often enough that I'm certain it's not my ex-girlfriend's hair. Plus, the color does not match anyway. She had solid black hair. These are more like a light brunette. plus finding them in the places like the shower, where running water is hitting all the sides 5 times a week, or 5+ times a week. Anyway, I wave it off as, well, I work with a lot of people and I use the gym and bus sometimes, so naturally hairs are going to stick to my clothes. Well, one day, this past April, I finished my early AM gym session and got the call that I did not have to go to work that day. So naturally, I start to walk home, all happy that I have the day to myself. I am on the fifth floor, the uppermost floor of the building, and the apartment is in such a way that there is only one apartment per floor. I start to hustle up the stairs, and I do not use the elevator since I'm sweaty from the gym anyway. Just as I whip a ride to go up the last set of stairs from the fourth floor to the fifth floor, I see my neighbors my neighbor from the third floor, the neighbor's daughter, coming down the stairs. We lock eye contact. We have never spoken before, mostly because we have never had the reason to, but also because out of respect, I did not want to make her uncomfortable since she's 19, 21-ish, and I'm slightly older. The most interaction we have had is that I have spoken to her mother and father before when bumping into each other on the stairs. I gave a confused hello. At this point, I'm thinking that she maybe went to knock on my door to ask for something. A cup of sugar, maybe, I don't know. I was expecting her to reply with something like, oh, hi, do you have any blah, 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 blah? Nope. She gave a silent hey and brushed right past me. And only then, when I smell, only then, when the smell of my own shampoo hit me, did I notice her hair was wet, like fresh out of the shower a minute ago wet. Now, I am not saying she showered in my house or that I have a stalker that's been living in my house while I'm at work. She very easily could have just been there to ask for something. And most generic brand shampoos smell the same. But do not but don't the pieces all fit a bit too well? Her hair color matches the hairs I would found around my apartment. And like I said before, they were everywhere, in my bed to in my sock drawers. And if it is the case of me having a stalker, how does she know I will come home early enough to bolt out of the shower in time? Our apartment does not have cameras. It's an older building from before the 2000s. And why would she be stalking me? For how long has she been doing this? We have never dated, never had a proper conversation. I maybe saw her 20 times in the past 2 years, given that I work and she presumably studies or works too. As all of these thoughts are buzzing through my head and I'm standing outside my door for a solid 2 minutes, grappling with what just happened, I go to turn the key to my door and it opens without me having to unlock it. And I know for a fact that I always double lock my door. It's the type with a lock near waist level and a second more secure lock with a different key around shoulder level. I drop my bag, throw off my shoes, and run to the shower. And yep, it's wet. I had not showered since yesterday morning. I am a confrontational person, not that I go looking for fights, but I will definitely pursue an answer if something is bugging me. So back down the stairs to the third floor I went, knock on the door of my apparent stalker and her family. She opens the door, but with the chain still on. I see half of her face from behind the door. Yes, can I help? Were you at my door or inside? I do not want to make this a police thing now, but you came down the stairs and I know you were inside. I just had to get something. It will not happen again. Okay, bye. See you. Door closed. Like that was a conversation. That was the whole thing that the girl said. This happened last month. I've been cleaning my house every weekend closely now and got the locks changed and put a motion sensor camera above my door. It only films and triggers on the steps coming up to my door, so the fourth apartment still have their privacy. So far, so good. I do not think she's been inside since. But looking back, I think she's been living in or going in or whatever into my apartment since January because that's my earliest memory of finding hairs. She never took anything of value like my laptop or the few watches I have. Similarly, she just showered and ate some of my food and lay on my bed. I do now also always take the elevator and avoid the third floor like the plague. Then he has some edits. It's like edit one. I'm not really worried about my safety because one, I am 2,000 pounds and I do a lot of fighting training. And two, the new camera has never gone off once since install other than myself triggering it when I'm home. Finally, three, I told the old retired husband and wife on the fourth floor that I suspect a robber was trying to break into my apartment last month because I did not want to start spreading rumors or gossip and asked them to keep an ear out when I'm at work. I felt fine and safe, just creeped out, like my personal space had been violated. So someone DM'd me to check my coats and bags for air tags as to now maybe that's how she knew I was coming home early that day. I do not have a lot of stuff, so I think I will have 100% found it by now, given how often I clean, but I will definitely do another sweep of my stuff. So what will you do, Sabi, if you ever find that someone was staying at your house while you were at work?
Say nothing. I put the camera, and once I got the cameras on and take the videos, I take it to the police. This happened this day, this day. I don't know the person. Go and get her.
Go and get her.
Period.
Policia, policia.
I would not engage her.
Hmm.
I would engage her at
Everybody,
all.
this is my little bottle, water bottle. It's so little.
3 days drinking that.
No, it's finishing one day, and I have to take another one. I drink a gallon of water a day, dude. A day.
Okay. Por eso tu nombre es
Anyway,
sauna andante.
I will
Yeah.
notice if someone is drinking my water.
But how you don't
So
notice that some of your foods are gone? Or somebody being laying on your bed. Probably he doesn't make the bed.
probably. I mean, don't criticize that. I don't make my bed either. I don't like making beds. It's so annoying. Sorry. Don't come for me. It's so annoying. But I will definitely notice if some of my food went missing. Especially my snacks. So I'll be like, excuse me? Who's eating my snacks?
Well, okay. We have an update on this, I'm assuming.
We do. Update. So this one is from May 12th, 2026. So it's been 6 days. So sorry. There we go. So for this update, it says, "Hi all, update following my last post a week back about me catching my neighbor coming out of my apartment having used my shower. My cousin's husband is a police officer, so I went to him directly about filing a report. He came over to my apartment first, and I gave him a visual breakdown of what happened on the stairs and changes of things that I noticed in my apartment since January. Primarily, just hairs everywhere and missing food, and how my door was unlocked that day. Though I did a thorough clean following the event on the stairs, my police friend was able to still find some hairs, and so he backed those up. I gave him my statement in detail and some dates best I could. When I remember finding the first hair when I first noticed food going missing, etc. Also, he advised me not to talk to the family, not even with a friend, to avoid any confusion or get lawyers involved or muddy the waters with accusations. With all that done, he left and he came back 2 to 3 days later. He and his partner went to talk to the family on Sunday because they knew both parents would likely be home then. Long story short, she confessed to everything immediately and broke down into tears and apologized. Once my police friend brought up how 5 months of entering someone's house, even with keys, is still very much an offense, as she could easily end up with a sentence if I decide to pursue it. And with that sentence, and that sentence could very easily involve the inside of a jail cell, irregardless if she stole something or not. They talked for an hour with the parents and her, and all in the same room to get answers from her. Then the same day, he came up to mine with his partner, and they gave me the breakdown. Answers to commonly asked questions below. How did she get in or have her own keys? Well, the locks on our doors are the type that use a code on the lock barrel that only the manufacturer or patent approved locksmiths have access to, right? You know those master thingies that they have? Okay. She knew this because her parents got the locks changed when they first moved in. And in fact, she used the same locksmith from all the way back then. The locksmith presumably remembered the family and apartment, but just did not pay attention to it being the fifth floor this time instead of her own third floor. So he came over and took the barrel out, saw the code, went and made a set of keys and done. I was none the wiser. Both my locks on my door are different brands, but presumably they operate in the same way, so having two locks made no difference. So this girl is psychotic, okay? That's crazy. Going to all that trouble. She's like, what was she doing in my apartment? Anyone who says she just needed space, you're right. She has two younger step siblings, and her mother is a tutor, not a teacher, as I presumed previously. She tutors at home. So at any given point, there is always some kids around the house. She will say to her parents that she was going out to study or work or a girlfriend's house and use my house as a hotel while she studied or relaxed. The reason she used mine was partly because she knew it would be empty, but also because my schedule was predictable. As I work an average 9 to 5 like everyone else, but I leave the house at 6, 6:30 to get the gym done, that essentially gave her the house from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. How long? My guess was right. It started in January, when she figured I had broken with my girlfriend at the time around November. My girlfriend will stay at mine when I went to work and back. Sometimes, so yeah, I think that would have been an interesting situation if they had crossed paths. And then how did she knew I was coming home early that day? Or that I was not going to work straight after the gym like usual? Twofold. First, I go to a commercial gym in my country, and so they have an app. Irregardless of if you're a member or not, one of the things the app lets you see is how many people are in each branch, so you can see how full it is. All you have to do is download it and scan the QR code at the entrance by the turnstile and add it to the My Gyms tab. It literally shows you like branch number 21 address. It's 9 out of 50, 18% full. She will refresh the app in the morning. And if it went up by 1 around 6, 6:30 a.m., and she heard me go downstairs or use the elevator, which is not that hard because at 6 a.m. the apartment is silent, then she will know the house is empty. Now, for the creepiest, most messed up bit of all, she had put an AirTag on my car. She insisted that she had only put it recently and initially just presumably gambled that I would not be home sooner than expected. But then one thing led to another, and yeah. That day when we clashed, she refreshed the app and so I left the gym. Then my car did not move. She connected the dots and tried to leave ASAP. When she heard me coming up the stairs, she did not have time to lock up, so we met on the stairs with my door remaining closed but not locked. And the AirTag was stuck under my car. They used in my shower. She claims she did not do it always, just on hot days or days she could not at home. I cannot deny or confirm this. Like I said previously, being at the gym, I shower 5 times a week or so. How did her parents never notice? Well, her dad leaves early for work, 5 a.m., since his boss group starts at 6 a.m. The mom is up around 6 or 7, but since she's preparing for her own students for the day, plus her own kids, she was not too bothered what her eldest 20-year-old daughter was doing. She just say, I'm going to the college library or I'm going to my girlfriend's, and that was good enough. Did she have a thing for me like a crush? My police friend did not really say anything about this. Presumably, he never asked since it's not as important as other details, or it never came back. It makes little difference. And then it says, "How is my standing with the families? With the family right now? My mom and dad both apologized to me. The mom via text and the dad in person at my door. He offered to pay for the camera I installed as his daughter was the direct cause of it, but it was cheap off Amazon, so I say it's fine. We had 10 to 15 minutes conversation and he was very apologetic and explained his daughter had always been extremely quiet and well behaved, so something like this will never have crossed his mind in a million years. He added that his daughter never had a boyfriend, or at least that he knows of, and only has a few friends, so her social interaction skills are not necessarily top notch, and that even when guests will come, she had to wait in the spare room. So, to the few people who predicted that maybe COVID and lockdown led her to not having good social interaction skills, you were half right. He again offered me the money for my troubles, like missing food, new locks, and cleaning, etc., but I felt bad enough, so I declined. He did also ask if I will press charges, and I say no. More on that below. He said that he will send his daughter to apologize to me in person too when the situation has calmed down, as she's been apparently very tense and upset and has not left her room in days. So am I going to press charges? No. I'm still not happy about the situation, especially the fucking AirTag on my car. But the family is apologetic as well as the culprit herself. And honestly, no one is going to gain anything from this. I would like an apology though. For anyone that cares about the extra details, she got the AirTag as a gift while back from her parents because she kept losing her stuff.
She kept
I have
losing
not
her
seen.
cell phone or herself as a person.
I guess both. But yeah,
Oh
and
my
then she's
god.
just asking a bunch of other things about how is she feeling, blah blah blah, and then like how the current feel and things like that. But I think the other important one will be like, finally did she use my bed or wear my clothes? I believe it or not, yes, she did. So yeah,
Get
that was the
up.
long story. I told you this episode it's all about creepy, weird, and slightly concerning shit.
But I like it. I like the story though. It's a little bit out of the norm that we were used to
Yeah,
in a regular basis. So it's interesting. And shit like this happen. You see how she gets like the air tag. So technology is great, people, but it can be used in so many different levels and ways. So better
yep.
be
And I'm
careful.
surprised he didn't get a notification, or probably he ignored it, because usually now, even on Samsungs, if you have an AirTag around you, it will tell you there is a device following you. Is this yours?
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you don't register it, like I don't register, let's say I don't register my AirTag with me, and then my mom will be next to my keys all day. It will tell on my mom's phone, it will be like, hey, this device is next to you. Do you know it? And then she will have to say,
Ah,
yes, I
caray.
do, whatever. Yeah, now they added that because a lot of people were using it to stalk others.
Caray.
I know
Uh,
someone who threw an AirPod
uh-huh.
in someone else's bag to follow them,
Just to follow them?
just to see where they were going.
The heck? Well, I mean that's smart though. Don't get
That's
me wrong.
very smart.
That's very smart, but at the same time, it's like, how are you gonna ask for the airport back afterwards?
You don't, because you live with a person. It's a couple thing.
Toxic. Excuse you.
Very, very toxic. They're not together anymore, but
No wonder why.
yeah. But this is
But
he was just trying to find issues
to see where. Okay,
where
gotcha.
they were going, what was happening.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Well, but back to the story. Very creepy. Very concerning.
Mm-hmm.
It's made me think like, okay, should I get one of those devices that detect everything else now? Well, but like you said, with the recent updates, probably that's what they're trying to put in the phones, like to you
Yeah, to
know,
let you know.
let you know. Yeah. So interesting, very interesting story though. I don't get me wrong, it's creepy as hell, but I like it. I like it a lot.
You like creepy
So,
shit. Ooh.
mhm.
I mean, technically, it was originally posted to Creepy Encounters, I think. Yeah,
I
originally posted to
mean,
Creepy Encounters, and it was reposted in Best of Redditor updates. That's where I found it. But yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, I forgot. The first story, where was it posted originally? Oh, the first story was posted to Am I the Asshole? Okay.
mm,
Okay,
okay.
moving on. Do you want to go to the third story?
Yes,
Ooh.
please.
So this one was originally posted through Off My Chest or Off My Chest, and but it was reposted to Best of Redditor updates, and it was posting October 5th, 2025, and the title is my younger brother's girlfriend is upset because my older brother ordered the same meal as at her. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Let's start again. My
Okay.
younger brother's girlfriend is upset because my older brother ordered the same meal as her at a family dinner. And now there is drama. So I know. It says, I do not even understand why this is an issue, but the drama and the fallout is getting to me, and I'm really tired of hearing it. My 32 male younger brother, 31 male, has a girlfriend, Rachel, 30s female. My parents, 54 male and female, already met her once, and they say they will take everyone out for dinner so she could meet the rest of us. Myself and my older brother, Steve, 33 male, we did not go. Sorry, that was a dot right there. That was the end of a sentence. Yeah, I know. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, they went out to dinner. We did not go anywhere expensive. My parents just took us to Canadian Brew House. At first, everything was fine, but then it got weird when it came time for us to order. After Steve gave his order, mac and cheese, Rachel said, "But I was going to order that." We were all confused because no one said Rachel could not also order the mac and cheese. Our server was confused too and told Rachel the kitchen was not sold out of mac and cheese. But Rachel said she needed another minute with the menu. She asked
Wait.
Steve, yeah, she asked Steve twice before the server came back if he was sure about his order. She ended up ordering something different, but for the rest of the night, she kept talking about how she wanted to get the mac and cheese. It
Oh my
was
God, was she
really
shy?
weird.
I'm sorry.
Dave is mad at Steve for not ordering something else to accommodate Rachel, and at the rest of us for not defending her. I do not even know what that means. Here, the rest of the dinner was so awkward because Rachel kept talking about wanting the mac and cheese. My parents picked the restaurant because Dave said Rachel had been there before and she liked the food. It was so weird. My dad and I both ordered the same sandwich with the same salad, and there was no problem with us eating the exact same thing, even though Rachel asked us twice if one of us wanted to change our order. I honestly do not get what the issue is or was, or why she's so upset about Steve ordering the same thing she wanted. I know this is small compared to some of the things I get posted here, but I am tired of Dave being upset and causing drama over this. He wants Steve to apologize to his girlfriend, but obviously Steve says he did not do anything wrong. I just needed to vent about how sick I am of Dave making this a big deal and bothering me and everyone else about how hurt Rachel is. I do not even get why this was a problem. Rachel gave no explanation, and neither has Dave. So top comment says, did anyone ask her why she did not order the mac and cheese? And then OP says, she just said it was because someone else already ordered it. She did not elaborate or explain when asked. She was asked at least once to elaborate before the server returns to finish taking our orders. For the rest of the dinner, the rest of us, minus Dave, kept changing the topic whenever she brought up the mac and cheese because it was so awkward. Dave will not give explanation to anyone when asked. why this is such a problem for Rachel, even when he gets asked, like, just tell us, you know? I honestly have no idea why this became such a big issue. My dad and I both ordered the same meal and we're fine.
Did she
So
have the hope that it was gonna be like a sharing meal? Like,
she just did not want anyone else to have the same food that she was going to
no,
have.
no, I know, but I'm like, did she have on her thoughts like it's good was gonna be like a sharing meal? Apparently, like everybody, like everybody ordered a different thing and
Everybody.
they share. Um, I don't know.
But she didn't try that though.
I know, but that's just, I'm trying to figure this out because this makes no sense. That's what I'm saying.
I just think this woman is crazy.
I don't know. Maybe she doesn't want to be seen as a copycat.
Does
I
she
don't
have
know.
an OCD or something? Maybe in her
People have issues.
family it's different like that. Everybody orders something different.
Maybe could be.
She was raised
But
that
I
way,
know
and when she goes,
I know people that says like never order anything. Like if somebody ordered this, don't order the same thing because then you'll never be original. You have to be the owner of your own thoughts.
oh no way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we have so much variety of people everywhere, every single possible way as possible. But
So
that
there
could be
is
one of the
crazy people like
reasons.
that. Okay.
Hell yeah. Just like, I was gonna order that. I met with one person like that before. Um, a friend of Paul, I think. We were in a restaurant, wanted to order something, and I ordered something, and she said, "Oh, I wanted to order that."
Order it.
I'm like, okay. Exactly. And I'm like, but she keeps saying like, "Oh, I did really want to order it," and I'm like, "But like, what's holding you back to order?" Um, oh my thought, I didn't say that. I'm like, okay, you just order one for yourself. No, but you already ordering one. I don't want to already have the same thing as you. I'm like, why does that matter?
Is
It's not like you're gonna be eating my food or you're
is
gonna
it like a
be.
aesthetic thing? Maybe they're gonna take a picture and they don't.
I don't know. I didn't go into detail. I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna order my. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm like, whatever. I pushed that off, but it's
Yeah,
just
but
abnormally
it
strange.
but it
But there
was
is
someone
people
that
definitely who
you.
does that.
Yeah, but there, at
Interactive
least it was
for?
someone who didn't kept bringing it back up. Like this guy, it's like he keeps being
No, I know.
upset, asking for someone to apologize for ordering the thing that his girlfriend wanted. Like, what?
Yeah, that this one going a little bit overboard.
Yeah. But
Because
I
at
didn't know
least,
there was people like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there is people like just because you order that, I'm not going to order that because I'm copying you.
Okay.
Rosita,
Sure.
fresita, mi corazón. Rosita, fresita.
Anyway, there's an update that comes 7 months later.
Oh, let's see the reason of the.
Says it's not a long or exciting story, but the update is that I will no longer go to restaurants if Rachel is going to be there. She does not get upset if we're having dinner at someone's home and everyone is eating the same thing. My parents met her once before the incident in my first post. They made lasagna for dinner, and Rachel did not say a thing about everyone getting a piece of lasagna from the same pan. She ate it without complaint. Rachel only gets weird and upset if we are at a restaurant or getting takeout, not if it's a home cooked meal at someone's home. After the incident, the one I mentioned in my first post, Dave was insistent that Steve apologize to Rachel and make amends, even though Steve did not do anything wrong. Dave would always defend Rachel when she acts weird about this. I get that you're supposed to be on the same team as whoever you're dating, but Dave refuses to see that Rachel is in the wrong, and I am not the only one who started it. The last straw for me was at my cousin's 16th birthday party. Rachel got upset because my cousin ordered the meal that she wanted, and she tried to get my cousin to change his mind. My aunt and uncle were not happy, and they really do not like Rachel now. No one knows what her problem is. She just says that she does not like it when people order the same thing and will not explain more. She even asked other people who order the same meal if one of them wants to change their order. Like when my dad and I ordered the same thing for the first time that we met her. At the restaurants, when this happens, Canadian Brie House, Milestone, etc., everyone gets a separate meal. They're not the kind of places where you order food for the table and share. I do not understand why this bothers her so much, and I will not go to restaurants if she's there now because she makes such a big deal about it and you cannot enjoy yourself. I am not the only one who avoids her either. Top comment. Rachel sounds exhausting. Yeah.
Bad, 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 bad. But like I'm telling you, odd people everywhere.
My God, birthday boy. She tried to change birthday boy. It was his 16th birthday party. And she
She
was
don't
like,
care.
oh yeah, change your mind because I deserve to eat it, not you. Oh my God.
You recall somebody that I talked to you about when I went to certain place with somebody else last year in a
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah.
trip?
Yeah, yeah, just
Pretty
remember.
much the same thing, and it was the same person about the food too.
Oh my goodness.
So that it's kind of me. Yeah.
That's someone I
So
want to sit in front of and be like, okay, girlie, tell me what's wrong with you. What happened in your childhood? Were you like drop on your
no,
head when you were a baby? Were you like
and
denied to eat the same meal when you were growing up?
no, that I think that it's just psychological at this point, and they just create their own image for themselves. I think that's what's up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
Okay,
don't
let's
realize that they're
move.
cuckoo.
Ah, that's the last thing that they notice. But let's move on to the next story, my dear.
Next story is funny.
Oh,
At least I found it funny.
go ahead.
It comes from the subreddit. Today I fucked up. Today I fucked up by mocking my neighbor's parrot for the last couple of weeks. Says, so I live in an apartment where the walls are thin enough that I can hear my neighbor's TV phone calls and unfortunately their parrot. This parrot is a very beautiful animal, but makes me want to rip my hair out and do things I am not proud to admit. Let's just say he has become my morning alarm for the last few months. About 2 weeks ago, I started mocking his sounds back. He had a squawk, I squawk. He whistled, I whistle back. We built up a little routine, kind of like distant, angry roommates communicating through bird calls. Sometimes I will even initiate it. Like when I was cooking, I will randomly have a Tourette like outburst and started squatting loudly. Squawking loudly, sorry. I know this is strange. Yesterday, my neighbor knocked on my door and had a really odd look on her face. Apparently, ever since I started doing my bird banter, her parrot has become obsessed with me. I guess I just was not in the mood for bird talk the last couple of days and I went silent. She said he paces and screeches when I stop responding. She even showed me a video. Was such an awkward experience. She said he used to have a parrot friend years ago that died, and she thinks it wants some sort of bird companion. Anyway, she asked me to make a couple of bird sounds as she put a treat in its cage to see if it will eat. I reluctantly agreed, and I felt humiliated, of course, but I went through with it, and sure enough, the little fucker started eating and playing. Long story short, I became the object of a parrot's affection, and my neighbor asked if I could talk to him for a few minutes a day. Even gave preferred times if I'm home. I have unintentionally entered a long distance relationship with the bird.
That's
And then it
cute
says,
though. I mean,
little edit, mock my neighbor. Well, not edit, but it's like a summary. It says, mock my neighbor's parrot accidentally became his soulmate.
that's what actually happened. But that's hilarious though. I
I
mean,
know.
that's funny. But
I
again,
know.
do we have update on this one?
No.
No, but that was very
No.
hilarious. I really like it. It's like lighting the mood at the end of the day.
I know.
Well,
That's why
you
I
already
added it.
know. It's
We have
like,
some
okay,
comments.
okay, go ahead.
The upcoming is, bro, this is like a body movie where you force yourself to be your enemy's best friend. I feel sorry for you, but also good for you. Kind of sucks when you want to be a dick but make friends instead.
My
And the
God.
next comment that I love is like, this is one of the weirdest, wholesome stories I've ever heard.
It's very interesting. But, to each his own, people. So just don't mock animals, so you
Parrot
might become their soulmate. So just let them
might,
be.
might become their bestest.
Or the soulmate in this case. All right. So do we have anything? That was it for the day, my girl.
No, that's it.
All right. So, guys, besides the parrot from the story and the weird chick that who knows how did all that mumbo jumbo to get into somebody's apartment, those are the stories that
Apartment,
stick
yeah.
with me. So don't be creepy.
Mm-mm.
Don't be mockingbirds, please.
Mm-mm.
And if you're weird, be weird on your own. That's fine. But yeah, so we hope you like today's stories on this weird episode of Weirdos
Mm-hmm.
and Strange Things. So I hope you guys enjoy as much as I did because it's very refreshing hearing something that you're not so used to it and
Mm-hmm.
finding out the other people's weirdness and awkwardness. But yeah, so that was our story for today's day. So we hope that you enjoy and remember this is Wednesday, 2 days closer to the weekend. So hang in there
Yay.
because we cannot wait till the Friday. So until next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Even Muff Tail says bye.
Yeah.